It's Lauren. I want to say, for one thing, I'm sorry for the bad lighting. I'm in my closet. I said that I wasn't going to vlog until the pandemic was over because I was only expecting for us to be down for a month last spring, but unfortunately it wasn't like that. And I have had a really hard time dealing with the pandemic. I don't know if a lot of other people have, and if they have, the one thing that really upsets me is what I see on Facebook. That's how people are pretending like they won the lottery when they didn't. Um, I haven't really seen much of it on Instagram because I don't really have a lot of followers on Instagram. I was getting on Facebook a lot, and I continue to get on Facebook and post every day something about the pandemic, about how boring it was, up until the first week or so of June. And I decided at that point I wanted to take a big break from Facebook because I didn't like what I was seeing. It frustrated me. I do want you guys to know that I really want to start blogging again, but I was hoping and praying that this pandemic would end soon. And unfortunately, it's only getting worse, and I'm seeing another lockdown coming. I've been told that I was mean for the way that I reacted about the pandemic and having to be quarantined. I'm going to tell you something. When you're on the autism spectrum and when you're living like me, it's really hard to deal with anyway. And I want to say this, and I want to say this to people's face. I make videos on here to educate people on what it feels like to have autism and how to treat people on the spectrum. And it's very important now that people on the autism spectrum and their loved ones make sure to treat each other with respect and make sure that loved ones treat their autism child with respect, because being in lockdown has had so many side effects boring for me that I haven't really witnessed with a normal person. And if there is normal people that are struggling, please don't hide it. Because you're going to make your autistic loved one think that you're not having trouble. Because autistic people are honest anyway. They're not sugarcoaters. Or on the autism spectrum, I would just say the best thing you can do is try to find something to distract yourself. I've had thoughts this year that I would have never had frequently in the past, and it's not very pleasant. The one thing that helped me deal with the pandemic this year and not being able to um, use my special interests, which is roller coasters, is I got 2 new kittens, and I really love them. They're really pretty cats. I was planning on getting a new cat anyway because I know that my other 2 cats were getting old, and I knew that their life was limited. So I got those 2. Um, and I was lucky enough that I did go to the beach over the summer with my sister and my brother-in-law. But even at that, I mean, it was still kind of stressful because you still had to quarantine every time you went out, and you couldn't hardly do anything without having to follow strict CDC restrictions. And another thing I'm also encouraging people on the autism spectrum and their families to do, sensory issues are a big thing, and unfortunately, most places now require people to wear a mask, and because this COVID-19 is really serious, you have to find some sort of a way to protect yourself from getting infected with this virus, find a style of mask that's comfortable for you and make sure that you wear it every time you leave the house, except when you're in your car, or except when you're eating. That's it. And the other thing I want to say is make sure to keep your hands washed. Make sure you carry a thing of Lysol around with you. I carry a spray thing around with me. It's a spray hand sanitizer, and I spray everything that I touch when I'm out, in addition to wearing my mask. And I also wash my hands religiously with a small pack of Bath and Body Works stuff. Alright, guys. Thanks, and I hope to upload more. Have a good evening. Bye.